The Tylenol murders were a series of poisonings that shook the nation in 1982. 7 people in the Chicago area died after taking extra-strength Tylenol capsules that had been laced with cyanide. In response to the tragedy, Johnson & Johnson, the makers of Tylenol, completely redesigned their packaging to ensure the safety of their customers. This move became a benchmark for crisis management and is still studied by businesses and corporations around the world. I'm Sydney.
I'm Sarah.
And this week on Let's Be Briefed, we're talking about the Tylenol murders.
I don't know too much, I think, actually, about this.
Okay, one thing before we get started, Sarah and I both work in the packaging industry, and I learned about this in class. We talked about it.
Oh, really?
Did you guys talk about
No.
it? No. It was in our textbook.
What textbook?
It was if
Okay, what
I don't
class?
remember. It was probably intro to packaging
What?
or one of the design classes.
Oh.
But we talked about how the response and how it led to tamper-evident packaging. I'm sure it was in packaging 101 or whatever.
That's cool.
But we did talk about it a little bit.
We didn't talk about anything, ever. I mean, we
What did
did,
you learn?
but there's 12 people that were in my program with
Oh.
or 20, I think 20, but usually your class was 12 people and you're cutting out boxes and putting stuff together, and there's no talking about actual things.
You didn't learn?
Yeah, we learn by doing, I guess. We don't
Oh, we had a lot of lectures.
no. We had I mean, it'd be here's the textbook if you want to read it, but we're also gonna just make stuff and do
Yeah,
packaging
that's cooler
challenges.
than what we did. We had to learn about nails
What? For pallets?
and crates. Yeah, I took an entire class about wood.
I didn't even take any palletization class.
We kind of used cape. Yeah, it was cape, I think. Or was it tops? I don't know. I hate tops. I hope it wasn't
Oh,
tops, but we
for
used
your
cape.
palletizing?
Yeah.
We didn't have
And
either
we
of
talked about,
those.
did you talk about palette styles?
I don't really remember ever talking about pallets at all.
I feel well, yeah, I mean, it was wood and paper products, and we
Oh.
talked mostly about wood for some reason. We had to learn all these different crate styles
Was
and different nails.
was it an elective or you had to take it?
No, that
Oh.
was a core class.
We took plastics, which was just read the textbook if you want, but we're just gonna discuss about really nothing in the class. And then everything else was corrugated, making boxes. We took one paper
Oh,
board, I think, where we had to do folding cartons, and then the rest
we
was
did folding
corrugated.
curtains.
And half the
Yeah.
time our software was down, and the other half of the time our CAD table was down. So we hand cut a lot of
Oh
stuff.
no. Did you at least have one of the old sample making tables with the slaughter on it?
No, I don't remember having that. Maybe we had that,
Kind of
yeah.
like the one you guys used to have, but it was not not
Right.
pneumatic.
I think we did have
We had
that.
one of those.
Half
A
the
giant paper cutter.
other times we had no corrugated sheets, so we couldn't even make it.
Oh, oh
I don't know. I just
no.
remember sitting in my dorm, hand cutting with an X-Acto knife the paperboard to make a carton. And I had a scorer on my own, for crafting. So I just made it
Oh my
in my
god.
dorm room.
I remember making a paper bag,
Oh, that's fun. A lot of our
I
classes were
guess.
technology management classes, which were just
Oh.
every technology you had to use it regardless of your major, I guess. Like if you're in the College of Technology, you had to take these management courses.
Yeah,
So,
I guess I had to take um like a lot of management classes, but most of our like like we had like all of our core packaging classes. There were probably like one or two a semester. I feel like I took two every semester, but
I feel like we had, well, so we only had one teacher, so we could only have one class per
oh,
semester.
yep,
So we have like eight
that
classes total. And if you miss one, you're two
that
years
makes
behind.
sense. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We had three
Oh,
teachers.
that's good.
Yeah, and there were we had like a machinery class where we had to learn how to fix machines,
Oh, like in general or like for packaging?
like packaging machinery, but
What?
also like in general. But
That's cool.
the that was an adjunct professor who actually worked in the industry, and he loved him, but he was not a good teacher, and we pretty much spent most of the time just fucking around.
That was,
And he like used words that most of the boys knew, but like I
oh,
didn't fucking know what a servo motor was. He just would say it like,
oh yeah.
"Oh, you know," and I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah. For majority of my classes, we had like the one professor who's also our advisor, and he was a retired, like he had been in the industry, and he was teaching, and it was always just like, let's just sit and discuss and have pizza, and it's just
We had
goofing
quizzes
around.
like every
We
day.
barely had, if we had a quiz, it was gonna be open book for sure.
Wow.
I don't know. We
That was I Did you do like testing? Like any testing stuff?
Well, my testing class was when I had my internship.
Oh, and
So,
they said, yeah, you don't have to take it.
yeah, they were like, just write like a midterm paper and an end of semester paper on like what I learned up here. So, but they were like, you're definitely gonna learn way more, obviously, than
Right, you didn't have to learn. We had to do plastics
we don't
testing.
have anything for plastic. We have the one course that gives you like the one book, and it was like I read the book because I wanted to learn about it, but we did not, you would not learn anything about it if you didn't actually read the book. And that was our class on the one pack
Oh
plastics class,
my.
yeah.
But I think Stout has like a more like they kind of gear to the industries that are in the area, like local.
Yeah.
And there's quite a bit of plastics processing and like
Oh,
medical packaging in the Twin Cities. So it was like a lot of we took a medical device packaging class too,
that's cool.
which was
That's probably where you learned
interesting but also
this.
useless.
You don't think that's where you talked about this?
All we learned in med device was like the how much documentation they
Oh.
require. Like everything is so
Like all the legal stuff?
rigid.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. We did not
And
take that.
like I guess some of the like sterilization methods and stuff like that, which I was told that ISU had a like what is the word? What is the word? A nuclear sterilization chamber at some point. Because my
What?
boss went there and
Oh,
he said that they had a radio. I can't remember what the right word is for
for
it. Maybe gamma
packaging?
sterilization. Yeah, in the building. It was in a vault underground, and they could go down and see it.
Oh. No one
But
ever
that was
said
like
anything.
30 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
So I hope they took it out, but they did
They
have it
had to have
at one
taken it
point.
out. Like, I feel like people would have talked about that.
Or sealed it off,
Yeah,
and then after so many years, like it gets forgotten.
right. I don't feel like we had anything cool. I think they have some cool stuff now. Or like as I was leaving, they started getting cool stuff.
Oh,
But I don't know. I think it was fun still. I mean, it got me here, so.
right.
But
If anyone out there is listening, the packaging industry pays pretty well, and it's not an engineering degree, but you get paid like an engineer. So
What
if you
is
don't want to do all
yours?
that math. Mine is a Bachelor of Science.
Um, well, yeah. Mine's packaging engineering technology. So it has
Ours
engineering
is
in it still.
packaging science.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, almost always can find a job, I feel like.
Oh yeah. Like there if either of us wanted to move, we could have our pick of many jobs. So
Yeah.
if you know any little kids out there who are thinking about future careers in STEM, packaging is great.
Yeah, check it out. Do the egg drop challenge.
We did not do that. We did a shock test on a watermelon though.
For package.
Have you
Oh,
ever
okay,
seen a
yeah.
shock machine?
Yeah. That'd be cool. Pretty
Yeah, we just wanted to see how much it took to break it.
Probably not that much, right? Like,
I don't remember,
oh,
but I know it made a huge mess.
yeah.
I think in the fall semester they do it with a pumpkin, but I was spring
Oh,
semester.
oh, that's fun.
But anyway,
Yeah. See if anyone cares about our degree.
this is where everyone stops listening.
No, we're getting to the murders. We'll listen.
Yes. So on September 29th, 1982, the first victim, Mary Kellerman, a 12-year-old girl from Elk Grove Village, Illinois, dies after taking a capsule of extra strength Tylenol, and her death was initially attributed to natural causes, which I don't know
Mhm.
what natural causes kills a 12-year-old.
I feel like they just say natural causes anytime they can't really find a thing.
I guess.
I feel like that's their unknown. Oh, it's just natural causes.
Right.
That's sad. I
And
didn't.
then on Oh yeah, I know. I didn't know that the first victim was a little kid. That is really
Yeah,
sad.
right.
And then on October 1st, Adam Janis, a postal worker from Arlington Heights, died after taking a Tylenol capsule. His brother and sister-in-law, Stanley and Teresa, who had also taken Tylenol from the same bottle, fall ill, but they do survive.
Oh, wow. So they just gotta take one though, and then they die?
I guess. Maybe. I wonder, maybe he took two?
Oh,
It says a Tylenol capsule, but
right.
I mean,
Yeah, he
what's
could
the
have taken two,
difference
right?
between a lot of people double up?
Right. Doesn't it say? Well, it's extra strength though, or no? No.
Yeah, I think so.
I
I
feel
think
like
it was extra strength.
people do take
Yeah.
two. Isn't that what it says to take?
Yeah, people are kind of crazy with their over the counter med
Yeah,
dosages,
that's
if we're
true.
being honest.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, four? Okay.
Yeah. Or they don't keep track of the time and take it too soon.
Right.
But yeah.
And then on October 2nd, two more people die. Mary McFarland, a 31-year-old mother of two from Elmhurst, and Paula Prince, a 35-year-old flight attendant from Chicago, also die.
Wow.
And on October 3rd, Johnson & Johnson issues a nationwide recall of all Tylenol products in an unprecedented move
Hmm.
in response to the deaths. So
I feel like that's good for them that they did that.
that's huge. Like I feel like now they would just go, well, how do we know for sure
Right, yeah.
that it's us and it's only a few people and the cost to
Yeah.
like risk management is fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking that.
It's really fucked up.
Yeah, I really don't like that idea at all. And that's a job. Why are you working
Right.
that job? I don't know.
And I feel like I maybe learned about this in one of my like industrial management classes too.
Oh, dude, we don't talk about murder
About
and
when we talked about like, well, it was like risk management in
oh,
the response.
yeah. I am very surprised. I mean, yeah, it was what, four people and then two other people were sick and then they call it. That's really fast.
Yeah. The poison that was used in these murders was cyanide, which is a highly toxic chemical that can cause rapid death in humans at high enough doses. Cyanide works